The UTEP football program have yet to be in arm's reach of a national title. So far, they only have 2 conference wins in program history, and they're looking to turn things around. It all starts with the leader of the team. In this extra cut, producer John McMinn and I were able to capture a behind-the-scenes look of UTEP's new head football coach. In late November of 2023, when UTEP was on the hunt to find a head coach to create a new era of minor football, UTEP Athletic Director Jim Center had a name in mind that would take the minor football program in a direction it has never been in before.
Please welcome the new head football coach, the 27th head coach in UTEP football history, Scotty Walden.
Meet Scotty Walden, a Cleburne, Texas native.
I am so fired up to be the next head football coach at the University of Texas at El Paso.
Coach Walden spent 3 years as the offensive coordinator at East Texas Baptist University before his promotion to head coach in 2016, making him the youngest head coach in the NCAA at just 26 years old. In 2020, after a brief stint as interim head coach for Southern Miss, Coach Walden was immediately hired to head up the Austin Peay football squad in Clarksville, Tennessee. In his final season, Walden led the Governors to an undefeated 6-0 Western Athletic Conference record. He also ushered the team through 2 conference championships, which made him the only coach in Austin Peay history to win 2 conference titles. And after spending 4 seasons there, Coach Walden, one of the most energetic coaches in college football,
Let's go to work.
brought that contagious energy to El Paso.
When he enters a room, he starts to talk. And the more he talks and the higher his voice gets and the more passionate and fast that he speaks,
Get in time, give me your eyes.
he starts doing things and getting people to do things that they normally wouldn't do.
I didn't hear enough enthusiasm and joy in your heart.
And he would be sitting there saying, no, we're not gonna let you be reserved now. Let's go, we're gonna get fired up, let's go.
Family on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Who you see is who he is. Behind the scenes, 6 in the morning, 10 o'clock at night, like he's always like that. And so everybody knows now, everybody can see it's not like fake, like that energy is real and that's what he wants from us all the time.
But first, Walden must establish a new team culture.
I believe as football players, we have to be leaders and we have to carry ourselves in a certain way, even when we walk across that campus.
There's a lot of people out there that would kill to be in your freaking spot today. You understand that? Yes, sir.
We'll put a football in your hands later. I don't care about that. Like, we'll do that later because there's so many things that have to be done before, we can even talk about, hey, executing on the field.
You get to play the game you love. You be a great teammate today and you compete.
To help define the culture, Coach Walden brought almost all of his staff from Austin Peay, as well as 11 players to help integrate a new foundation to UTEP.
Taking a new job, uprooting, moving across the country is hard. It's hard when you're the head coach as well because you're bringing families with you, right? You're bringing your coaches with you. You're uprooting them. They have kids. They have wives. And they're coming across the country and they're trusting you and they're following you, right?
If I'm going to follow somebody like that, it needs to be somebody that I really trust.
And the players seem to be buying into Walden's new philosophy.
Like I told our guys, like, we're going to sit in the front 2 rows of every class. And they found out pretty quick, like, I'm not playing about that. And then, the other day I hear of a story, there's like 8 or 9 chairs in the front of this class. And one of our kids is like, I know I'm about to get in trouble because, all 8 or 9 are taken. And all of a sudden they're listening to the teacher and they hear the, being moved up. And my man has gone and grabbed the desk, grabbed the chair and moved it to the front row. And the teacher's like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm not getting in trouble for not being in the front 2 rows. And I'm like, that's the level of commitment we need right there.
The returning senior, Sione Tangahua, has witnessed the shift on and off the field since Walden's arrival.
He not only cared about what was on the field, but also off the field. He's not a ordinary coach.
We can come in here and we can lift all the weight we want. We can run on the field as fast as we want to go, but if we don't have a direction and no purpose.
That is going to win championships in this program. Yes, sir. I understand that. Yes,
we're just beating our head against the wall.
Get off those 2 guys.
Expectations, vision, where we're going to take this program, and how we're going to do it, and the why of what we do. I'm big on explaining the why because I don't like doing just random things in our program. There's a method behind all our madness, from terminology we use, but we have a whole just intentionality behind what we do.
So today it's all about being fearless, and fast. Fearless, fast. Play fast, process fast. No matter what in this program, play fearless. This needs to translate to team scale anything we do today, do not be afraid to make a mistake. Everybody understand that? Yes, sir.
One man that's helped mold Walden to be the man and the coach he is today is his high school coach, Phil Young.
That guy ended up being like my ultimate father figure, who still is to this day. But he was hard. I mean, he had no problem ripping me, but he had no problem loving me up and showing me what it looked like to be a Christian coach off the field. When I met him my junior year, I was like, this is what I want to do.
The driving force behind every move Coach Walden makes is his faith in God.
First off, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for this opportunity today. Without Him, I'm nothing, and without Him, I'm not able to have the family that I have.
On top of becoming a new leader of a Division I program, Walden became a father again. His wife Callie giving birth to their second child just days after their move to El Paso.
Callie's my rock. She's everything to me. We've been together since high school. So since high school algebra class, because I was terrible at math, and I'm not too smart, but I'm a good recruiter. So I had to get the cute little girl to help me out with the math equations there. But for me to be able to do what I do, like, I wouldn't be where I'm at today without her. Like, that's just the bottom line. For the sacrifices that a coach's wife has to make, you have to be an extremely unselfish person.
At a glance, El Paso may seem nestled in desert and rocky mountains. But for newly installed UTEP head football coach Scotty Walden, there was something unique about El Paso that made him want to stay.
The people. I always start there when I talk about El Paso. Like when they see somebody new to El Paso, they want you to feel the same love that they have for the city, and I think that's why it's such a special city.
Walden ultimately wants to give back by developing a football program that El Paso fans can be proud of.
Growing up in Texas, they used to always say, El Paso, that's not even in Texas. And last time I checked, all right, this is the University of Texas at El Paso. And we're gonna make sure that's real clear.
The passionate fan base we have, they deserve for us to match that passion, which is really cool. Ooh, I'm falling back there. Broke the deal, boom, there we go, locked it in.